I call the regular council meeting for December 19th to order at 7 o'clock. First order of business, call for pecuniary interest regarding the agenda. I'd like to point out that the items on the in camera don't pertain to any pecuniary for anybody, so if anybody have any other issues. Having heard none, head straight to the agenda. Are there any additions or deletions? None. Can I get a motion to adopt the agenda as is?
I'll make a motion to adopt the agenda as is.
Thanks, Tom. All in favor? That is carried. So, item 4.1, adoption of previous minutes, December 28th, the regular meeting minutes, and December the 12th, committee of the whole meetings. Are there any errors or omissions that anybody has anything forward in that?
I don't know what day that was on the 12th.
That was the 12th.
So December 12th, the in-camera portion, Andrew's not on that list, so he needs to be added.
Okay, yeah, if we could do that. You've got that stated on it. I do note to add Mr. Curling to the in-camera. Thank you. So noted. Can I get a motion then to adopt the minutes with that one change?
Make that motion.
All in favor? Okay. Public hearing, nothing, no delegations, old business, 7.1, interim budget 2024. Donna? I'll turn it over to CFO Cindy, your worship, with your permission. I only have one. I'm not that right?
So, we brought the budget at the special meeting in November, and then we brought it to council on the 12th, and there was no questions at that time, so we did the final adjustments. We're coming in at a 3.16 property tax increase. That increase is well below that of our neighboring communities, and it reflects administration's commitment to fiscal responsibility as we continue to search for efficiencies, maintain service levels, pursue other sources of income, and upgrade critical aging infrastructure. So we ask for a motion, if there's any discussion, to discuss it, but if ask for a motion to approve the interim budget at a 3.16 property tax increase. At this time, obviously, once we get assessments.
Yeah, that could change, exactly. So, does, what's the wish of everybody, do you want to approve it today?
We have to.
You have to put it today? Oh, yeah, that's right. I
can make the motion to approve it for today.
Thanks, John. All in favor? That is carried. You are correct. We have to. Forget. It's another 2 weeks. It's going to be another year.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Leduc County Recreation Cost Share Agreement for 2024. Dave's on it. You want to comment on that?
Certainly can. Just 2 seconds, Your Worship. Okay, so it's probably I'll tag team on this, but the Leduc County Authority and Thorsby Recreation Cost Share Agreement we presented for review and passage for 2024 in principle. During the December 12th, 2023 committee, the whole agreement was brought forth for review, and the goal to be passed in principle but not officially at the following regular meeting. That's what the county has requested of us, and they're doing the same thing. Concerns by council as the committee, the whole included boundary size of the recreation catchment map versus previous years, and we compared the maps between 2023 and 2024. And there was we couldn't discern any size difference in boundaries, and there have been no changes noted in the agreement. Additional changes to that particular issue. Additional changes to the agreement have not been identified in this time, so there are no additions or deletions from the agreement presented after December 12th. And you'll see the December 12th, I believe, does have the red changes in it, or the red suggestions in it. So, Leduc County has passed theirs. We're asking council tonight to pass this cost share agreement as proposed in principle. And just to refresh for Councillor Rash's information, Ms. Proby, if you could outline the red lines in there. Sorry, I should have given a little notice. Thanks, Kelly. No, it's okay.
I actually did pull up the cost share agreement from 2008, and the boundaries are the same in 2008. So a couple of the changes that were kind of added in. They added an exit clause, just standard for any type of contract. They added a GMP clause, kind of just standard stuff. The capital contribution, 5.3. So they're just wanting, instead of like pre-funding the capital, like paying in advance on capital projects, they'll pay the entire amount once the audited statement comes through. So we're just like dollar to dollar, because it gets kind of messy with the capital projects, right? Because we say it's going to be $10,000 and it comes in at 878 and change or whatever. The only difference is for major projects, they'll look at an alternate funding arrangement, being for signatures or groups, let's say. That's that. Athletic field, so we're going to add a GL to the recreation budget that will include an expense for the county to cost share on the maintenance of all the athletic fields, which is basically all of the grounds at the complex. So that will end up being a revenue for public works and then an expense on recreation that the county then will cost share on. So just to cover all of the public works time on grass cutting, weed eating, you know, any of their time on our field.
And I did make that adjustment in the budget.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Oh.
Kelly, but that's just to outside, right? It's not including the inside.
No, just the field at the complex, and nowhere else in town. That doesn't extend to the live campground. The other soccer fields in town are actually done at the school, so they don't fall under our jurisdiction.
If I may, Kelly, it helps us, trying to figure out how to fund it properly so we can have better, coverage at the rec center to clean it up, because it hasn't been the nicest. We recognize that. So when Kelly and I talked to Dean, we talked about that has to be pristine around the whole building. It has to look good, everything has to be done properly. And, so that's what they recommended, so we're pretty happy with that. That means we can fund someone to take care of it all summer, and that's their only job.
Yeah.
That's a pretty
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
Pretty nice.
yeah,
4
keep it
centimeter
like,
width of grass,
Yeah.
4 centimeters all around.
4 centimeters?
10 centimeters.
Oh, it's tripping hazard.
I
I'm getting old.
just want to do it.
After my mom this morning, so.
So,
That is it for what's in the red. One other question that Councillor Gilbert had was about, is the county would feature routine trail maintenance, and that is a no. They have their own parks projects planned in the community, some in our area, like around Pigeon Lake and around the river and stuff like that, but trails is not something that they cost share on the municipality with, so. And then also the community hall, something that was, that I shared at the town meeting, was the community hall is not in the cost share agreement, but the county is on board for the community hall to like directly fund them through grants for their specific projects. So, yeah, so if they have a major project coming up, then they can work directly with the county.
if that's all passed, without in principle, we can notify the community hall, we can notify the company, once this comes out of in principle. Okay. Good. And everything, I mean, we're paid up and everything, and nothing outstanding, so that's super. Good. All right, can I get a, motion to approve the Leduc County Town of Thorsby Recreation Cost Share Agreement as proposed in principle? John, in favor? And that is carried. Thank you for your work on that, Kelly. Yeah, I'll give all grace and good wishes to Kelly. 7.3, proclamations, for the first quarter, January to March. Donna, if you wanna go over that for us. For sure, and thank you, Your Worship. Basically, at the organizational meeting, we gave a list of all, the proclamations instead of every month that we miss one or those kinds of, issues. So this is the first quarter based on the minutes of the organizational meeting. And, our motion is 23-10-293 to make proclamations groups and quarters. So the following proclamations are presented as passed at the organizational meeting: Black History Month, which is February 2024, Canadian Agricultural Safety Week, March 13th to 19th, 2024, Alberta Francophone Month, March 2024. And, we will put these in at the right times in the paper, but, we can just do that naturally. So those are the ones for the first quarter.
Anybody have any questions there, or anybody see anything they wanna add, or no? All right, can I get a motion to proclaim them as stated in there? John, all in favor? Moving right along. All right, new business, 8.1, FCM membership renewal. And, I'm gonna let Don talk about that again. You would, please?
No, we can, thank you, Worship. Basically, the administration wanted to put this in for discussion. We had a discussion with Councillor Corey, and you've seen it too, on your communications, and he's in favor of it. Administration is not recommending we don't. There's certain grants and there's certain things that come out of FCM that probably could benefit us. A lot of their grants are, of course, matching. We're not in that position yet, but sometimes networking is a good thing. And FCM is in Calgary this year, so it's worthwhile going. I've been to a couple in my time, and it's worth seeing what other provinces are up to and how they're getting what they need done, and lobbying. I mean, let's face it, it's a lobbying conference. So administration has no negative against it, but we got the invoice, and that's a good thing to bring to council for discussion if we wanted to engage in this for the membership.
Thank you. So like this, the SPM, and there's a host of grants that are available. Okay.
They're mostly matching.
They're mostly matching, or 75, 25, or depending on the amounts of them, they pay you a percentage only of the amount of your project, and there's various different categories. We may be in a position one year to go after some big infrastructure grants when we have that matching. But we always watch for it naturally, Your Worship, because they may come through with smaller grants of maybe $200,000 or $300,000. That's what they call small grants right now. $200,000 or $300,000 that they might only need a little bit, or it depends on the project. They're always watching, but I think being that it's so close this year, usually it's in Ottawa, Fredericton, or St. John's, Newfoundland.
Well, I think it'd be nice to send somebody, you know.
Yeah.
You're looking to June. I mean, it's not gonna come back this way for a long time. And, I agree, it's a lobby group, but, you know, we could be missing out, and, you know, it's no different than the AMA or anything there that, some of the, communications and the telemarketing in there, and you might pick up some things. So, would we want to, designate somebody at this time, or we could just, registration probably doesn't open until like March or April or
No.
or something like that, but.
No, we can.
So you're just looking for the invoice here?
Yeah, we're just looking to see if you want to go forward with it as council, and then at another meeting in the spring, you can designate a delegate.
Anybody have any comments on that?
I agree that there's definitely.
Well, it's just, it's a small price to pay, and obviously if something comes along and we're not a member, we won't, be able to access it, so.
I think to your worship that we have to learn as a small town how to lobby.
Yeah.
We can't be afraid of it.
Right.
And we can't be, I shouldn't say afraid, that's not what I mean, we can't be wary of it. Sometimes we have to just get in there and mix it up. The big cities aren't afraid to do that at all.
Oh, right.
And we need to be sometimes more assertive, and there's always some groups pursuing it. They're used to small towns, and they want to have a meeting with us in the new year to show us what they can do for it.
I think this is something that's right up Corey's alley.
100%. 1,000%. He wants to go.
Yeah, well, and, when it comes around, we'll see if he's interested. I think that would be something that, certainly he could converse in, so. All right, can I get a motion to pay for the, membership of $368.96 for the 24-25?
I can make that motion to approve the membership payment.
Thanks, Alan, in favor? Carried. bylaws and policies, 54. Theodore, you want to run us through this one for us, please?
Sure, and I'll take you with Cindy. This has gone through some reiterations too, but, we're updating the, council financial policy. And you asked us to bring it back, for updating during the Public Works 2023 organizational meeting. We brought it back and we provided us some feedback, and we present the final draft with the following changes. So of course, we updated all use of village to now. And we added defined recognition for remuneration for both the council and councillors. And I'll ask the full city to elaborate on that. We did adjust the cost of living to read as follows: when approving and discussing the budget, council may by unanimous vote increase the honorariums to no more than the increase for employees in the collective agreement. We added the policy record section, and of course, we changed the template to fall in line with our current policy template. And then changes made since the last draft presented at the November 28th regular meeting have been highlighted, and they include there's some wording, numerical changes and clarifications to the daily meeting honorarium section, addition of the travel and subsistence section to reduce confusion and reference the applicable policy, Gov. 2301 travel and subsistence, and wording changes under definition of a meeting. And Cindy, I'll let you elaborate. I'll ask you to elaborate. Sorry.
So from the last meeting, I just changed the daily meeting honoraria, and I just put the whole, this was in multiple places and it was confusing, so I just put it under one section. So then the honorary for up to 3 hours attendance is 100, and then the honorary for over 3 is 175. And then basically, should the mayor take a leave of absence, the deputy mayor or other member of council be appointed by motion to council to cover the duties of the mayor. So that's all under one. And then, like John said, travel and subsistence just refers to the policy because it wasn't stated in here, so we just wanted to keep it clear. And then the definition of a meeting, that meetings occurring in town where the mayor or council member is attending an unofficial capacity on behalf of the town. I changed that one on the wording of that a little bit. And then any special event or meeting where the mayor or council is attending a meeting or providing official greetings. So those are really the only changes that I made after the last meeting, just to keep everything together in its right section and make it more clear and understandable.
All right. Yeah, I think we more or less had agreed in principle, we just wanted those changes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess if I could get a couple motion, the first motion to rescind the old policy 2012-01, elected officials remuneration. See, all in favor? That is carried. And the second motion to approve the policy GOV-2302, elected officials remuneration. All in favor? And that is carried. Okay. Moving right on to administration 11.1. Cindy?
So here's the variance report for November. We're still in pretty good shape. We are at 104% of revenue, and I think 85% of expenses. So, and we only have 1 month left, so we're ahead of the game.
And did you mention that we know what the MSI is going to be for this year now?
Yeah, so the operating one is the same as this year, so 80,000 and something, and then in 2024, it's gone up from the capital from I want to say 124, I don't have it right in front of me, but up to 300 and something, 350, 325, and then 2025, it goes up a little bit more, not much more than that, but a little bit. So, yeah, which is quite the jump. They almost tripled it.
Wow.
Which still isn't enough,
No,
but.
it's not enough.
Every little bit helps.
Better than nothing.
Yeah.
All right, anybody have any questions about that at all?
And the gas tax, they haven't released the CCBF, they haven't released the amounts yet, so I don't know what those will be for '24, but
Just a query, Mr. Mayor, Cindy, can you let council know what our cash on hand approximately when we first got here was?
when we first got here, it was
What is it
about
now?
400,000 at the same time that year, and now we're at 845. So we've pretty much doubled in cash sitting.
Any kind of luck at all, we might not have to get into it.
I don't think we're going to get
We don't
into
think
it.
we're gonna,
It'd be nice, I think that's the first time I've been.
Yeah. Well, we've worked hard and everybody's
Meanwhile, Kelly's Christmas shopping in her head,
Yeah.
her extra budget dollars.
the animal farm, some people work harder than others.
No, everybody's been very diligent
Yeah.
and held the line.
Right.
You
Thank
know,
you for that.
allowed us to.
Any other questions for Cindy, comments? Okay, then we'll just go to the, motion tracker.
Do you want to,
Need a motion, your worship.
Oh, you want to worship that?
or do you want a motion for both of them?
Motion to accept the variance point for information.
I'll make that motion.
John, all in favor? Carried. Now we'll go to the motion tracker.
Thank you, worship. Basically, it's self-explanatory. We, of course, cut it down from the very first year we were here. We had everything in it so that council could see that we were, doing our due diligence. But these are all the motions, that council has made from, December 10th, 2023, right through to, the budget meeting on, November 18th. And you can see that, they're all complete, nothing's pending, nothing's in hold, nothing's outstanding.
Okay. Thank you. Can I get a motion to accept the, motion tracker 2023 for information? Go ahead. Kelly? All in favor? Carried. So we're good for the whole year, nothing's outstanding.
Nothing's outstanding, your worship. Nope.
Fantastic.
Nice. All right, so, being that it's, 2022, you wanna go right into in-camera?
We're fine with that,
Yep.
You okay?
for sure.
Okay, can I get a motion to go into camera, please?
That motion.
John, all in favor? It's carried. There you go. Close the door. All right, we're good? Okay, so what do you wanna do first?
We have, the two lease agreements for discussion. We'll do an update.
Hang on,
No, we're not.
hang on.
Okay,